Hey guys, and welcome to No Recipe Required. I'm gonna do something I don't normally do today, a dessert. Reason is, I discovered this new ice cream, new to me, ginger flavored ice cream. Company is, it's Batch, they're out of New England, and ran across it in the grocery store, and I'm always thinking about ice creams around Thanksgiving time. Not thinking about ice creams, I'm thinking about desserts. Apples comes to mind, ginger and apples, kind of thought went off in my head, hey, let's do kind of a mock apple pie, Tart thing. I'm not much of a baker, so I'm gonna keep it super simple. We just cook up some apples with a little bit of sugar, a little bit of apple juice, throw it together on, we'll do a kind of a base thing, throw it on top, topped with that ginger ice cream. I think it's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. We'll figure out a little crunch to put on top. Let's go ahead, we'll give it a try, and let me know how it goes. And well, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and get started on cooking our apples. I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter in a little non-stick pan here. I've got 2 apples that I sliced, call that what, a 1/4 inch or so. And that's probably enough for 3 or 4 servings. I'm gonna add that to the butter and just cook these over kind of medium heat. You don't want to burn them or scorch them, but you definitely want the apples to soften up and get browned. And that's probably going to take about 15 or 20 minutes or so. If the pan looks dry, just go ahead and add a little bit of butter. And as it cooks down, that butter is going to turn kind of nice and brown, contribute a ton of flavor to our apples. Okay, so our apples have been going for probably about 10 minutes or so. You can see some of them that were on the bottom are that nice kind of caramelized color. Not all of them, which is perfectly fine. It's going to give a little bit of different flavor and texture. What I'm going to do is add about a tablespoon of, this is a little much, I think. Tablespoon of brown sugar, and then about a tablespoon of white sugar. Maybe a little less than a tablespoon. I'm going to stir that in and just let, you know what, it looks a little light, so I'm going to go ahead and add that full, call it 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar. And that sugar is going to melt. It's also, though, sugar burns really quickly. So, we're going to keep an eye on it. We're not really going to walk away. We're going to let the sugar melt down. And then, we're going to hit it with a little bit of apple juice. And the apple juice, you see it's going to start to bubble, start to boil there. That's going to combine with the sugar and make just a nice little sauce. I'm going to let this reduce by half, and then we'll come back and finish it off. Okay, so our sauce now is reduced by half, and if you move it around, the liquid is kind of looking a little syrupy, a little thick, which is what we want. It's going to continue to thicken as it cools. The last thing I'm going to do is just hit it with a tiny pinch of salt. Now, it's not going to read salt, but salt kind of helps bring out, it definitely helps bring out the flavors in food. That's why salted caramel is a pretty popular flavor. That's the theory on that one. Almost actually all ice cream has a little bit of salt. So we take it off the heat. I'm going to go back into the bowl that we had before. And this, make sure we get all of our sauce in there. This is going to be the filling for our dessert. I'm just going to let it cool down for about 10 minutes or so. Okay guys, so we've got our apples here and they're cooled down a little bit. You can always, add a little bit of cinnamon or nutmeg or something like that to them as they're cooking. And I'm using these little, cups or whatever. You can use almost anything for the base. I'm going to go ahead and take my apples, make sure we get a good amount of that yummy juice on there. Don't be afraid if it spills on over. Oh yeah, actually, a little juice right around the side, I think might look nice. Now what I'm going to do, apples and ginger and ice cream, of course, go absolutely spectacularly together. This is an ice cream I just recently found. It's a ginger ice cream from a company called Batch. I don't know if it's outside of New England or not, but it is super awesome. And I just thought, ginger with the apples goes fabulously together. I'm going to throw some candied pecans on it for a little bit of crunch, because everything we got on there so far is soft. And then some berries. We'll do a few blueberries, a few raspberries around the plate to make it nice and colorful. And then, because mint for some reason. I don't really dig it, but you know what? Makes it look beautiful in everyone's opinion. So we'll throw a little bit of mint leaf on there as well. And to me, you know, this screams the apple. Again, you throw cinnamon in there, nutmeg screams fall. Absolutely delicious with the pecans and the ginger ice cream. You got to give that a try too. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you make it. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required. All right, so it took me about 15, 20 minutes or so to make this dessert. Easy to do, easy to just fill up like 4 or 5 of these cups, top it with this spectacular ice cream, and we're good to go. This is gonna be my, my Thanksgiving dessert, I believe. Give it a try, let me know how it goes, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.